It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show, brought to you by Kia.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome, everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great, in some minds, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. Can we talk about Kawhi Leonard, fellas? One of the main pillars for his team. Obviously, great on defense. Is he somebody you can build the team around?
Well, he isn't flashy, but he's starting to put up elite numbers for sure.
Not that I'm a defense player, but I play with a lot of defense players. His defense is what pushes him to that superstar tier. This guy can work you at both ends. Still very young, not even close to his prime yet, Kenny.
Thanks for joining us as we go courtside now with Kevin Harlan for the call.
On the road, looking for a win against a Western Conference rival. The San Antonio Spurs are ready for this thing to get started. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Let's take a look at Dallas. Still trying to find that groove they had last year. They'd like to grab hold of some new momentum and get closer, Steve, to where they were a season ago.
And when I look at Dallas, they haven't gotten anything to go their way here early on. What do they have to do to turn this thing around?
I don't think there's any one thing that's going to suddenly solve all these problems, but the number one thing is just to relax. They're trying so hard to right the ship, and you can see how much it's affecting their play. You can't be thinking and playing at the same time.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, the development of Kawhi Leonard and the addition of LaMarcus Aldridge have energized the vets on this team and extended the Spurs window. Tony Parker said, it definitely helps that Kawhi and LaMarcus are here and playing great. It makes me want to be here to help all the young guys. It's such a great family and such a great atmosphere that it makes you want to stay. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. The players who are part of that organization seem to want to stay in San Antonio. In a rivalry game here, Brent, between these two conference foes, we could see tempers flare in this one.
What always starts a rivalry, Kevin? Is it familiarity with one another?
I think so, sure. The more you play, the more you know.
Yep, well, we got that here tonight. So these guys don't like one another. We're going to see how tense this game is. We'll have a good gauge on the temperature of these teams.
Familiarity is a big word in these kind of matchups.
It is. It's a lot of syllables, too.
Yeah, what? A lot of vowels. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for San Antonio, Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. Leonard and Aldridge, the two stars at the 3 and the 4. And it's Gasol at the center. The first one falls. And the Mavericks last season acquiring Wes Matthews, they thought they'd make a huge free agent coup in acquiring center DeAndre Jordan, but he ended up backing out of his verbal agreement and then staying with the LA Clippers.
Yeah, a real gut punch moment for a franchise that had been trying for years to acquire a star center to pair with Dirk Nowitzki. But they recovered nicely with the signing of Zaza Pachulia, who had a huge season for them.
Now here's Curry. Barnes screen on Parker. Curry dishes to Barnes. Now the pass to Noel. He kicks to Nowitzki. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Here's Green, following the score by Dallas. There's the pick. Parker kicks to Gasol. That one, no good. And it's Dallas the other way, defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Yes, accuracy was not their strong suit, and it wasn't necessarily because the D was so tough. They created a lot of open looks. They just couldn't hit anything.
Now here's Barnes after the miss from Pau Gasol. And going out of bounds, last touch by Barnes. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Curry against Parker. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Gasol. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And the defense can only do so much. Gasol knows he can get his shot up over anyone in this league.
Curry kicks to Noel. Nowitzki left side. Rebound San Antonio. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And they tailored a fantastic, I thought, offensive game plan. And that they knew exactly how to exploit the holes in that defense.
Yeah, their offense definitely carried them in that one. They passed it well, they shot it well, everything was working, and the points just kept on coming.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yep, he got up ahead of steam, and no one could come over to stop him.
Parker against Curry. Green, the screen. Parker kicks to Gasol. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 6 points for Pau Gasol.
And Gasol excels from that mid-range area. If you leave him open from there, you're going to pay the price.
Curry passes to Matthews. To the middle. Looks for Nowitzki. Gets it to him. A fader. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of this game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
That's good from Noel. Both free throws good from Noel. And as we move past the All-Star break, everyone is fighting for playoff position right now. Do you feel the top 8 teams from each conference getting into the playoffs is a fair number? Would you like to see fewer, more? What do you think?
I think 8 is a good number. 16 teams being represented in the postseason for the NBA playoffs. It works out quite well.
Now here's Curry following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. Matthews goes in. Back to Curry. Pass to Matthews. And it's Matthews with the jam.
Put that pass right on target. Way to get your teammates involved.
So it's San Antonio now, trailing by 2. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, a few of their reserves got some decent minutes that night, and they took the opportunity and ran with it. A lot of scoring coming off the pine in that win.
Now Curry. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Curry dishes to Barnes. Nowitzki against Leonard. Pulls up on the elbow. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now, he just does not have the touch.
And stolen by Barnes. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And the stability of the San Antonio roster had always been one of their strengths, but with the departure of some of their veteran stalwarts, this Spurs team has a new look.
It's been really interesting how they've restructured what it is the franchise's foundation is going to be as they move forward. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge becoming the pillars of what the next 5 or 6 years of San Antonio Spurs basketball will be.
And both free throws good for Curry. Spurs trail by 4. Parker with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Gasol kicks to Leonard. He feeds it to Aldridge. And that's collected by Nowitzki.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Up top, Curry, covered by Parker. Here's Matthews. Dallas, no good that time either.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
That's really one of his specialties, altering shots in close.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here is Matthews. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Noel, a screen on Green. And Matthews kicks to Noel. Gasol with the steal. Over in the corner, Green. Now the feed to Gasol. He doesn't hit that one.
The defense arrived just in the nick of time to throw him off there. So fortunate he missed that one, guys.
Here's Noel, and Noel throws it down.
Good eyes, found the open man and delivered an accurate pass.
Now here's Parker. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
And this last offseason, Pau Gasol coming over to the Spurs in free agency, it seems to be the exact kind of player that the Spurs would want on their team, especially with his basketball IQ. Pau liked the fit as well, and it didn't take long for him to join San Antonio.
And he makes the first. And for Gasol and the Spurs, it was actually another Gasol that was prompting Pau to join the team. His brother Mark told him, go to San Antonio.
Yeah, and what is strange is that Mark is very much on a team that rivals the Spurs. So I don't think Mark was doing it just so he could battle his older brother 4 times a year. I think he meant what he said with the Spurs. They are a great organization and would probably make the best fit for Pau at the end of his career.
Noel passes to Matthews. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Mavericks.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That's good from Noel.
And the Spurs, known as an organization for their diligence and discipline. It's all about their results and certainly about the accountability from coach to player, and more importantly, Kevin, from player to player.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Parker. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Gasol. Here is Parker. He dishes it to Aldridge. Shoots from 14. San Antonio again missing. And you talk about the Spurs culture. They seem totally unconcerned with who gets the limelight. In fact, Brent, they seem to avoid it.
Yeah, it always is this idea that they dance around those spotlights until it's the biggest of stages. But the team really does have just one agenda, Kevin, and that is becoming the best basketball team that they can by the end of the season. And in some years, that means championships. And in other years, it means just contending for a title. But every year, they're making that push.
Some changes here for the Spurs. Anderson, he's checked in for Aldridge. Ginobili comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Parker. You know, Brent, every player is forced to figure out what they want to do when their career comes to a close. How did you choose to join us here in broadcasting, and how has that transition been for you?
Well, I'm a big video game player, Kevin, so here I am.
Good.
Thanks a lot.
And you're a good one.
I love to play, and now I got boys that do the same thing, so it's one big happy circle.
And plus, it's kind of like brushing up on the league, too, because there's so many stories and the way players play. A lot of things develop in your mind, I'm sure, as you watch them play.
If I can be serious for a moment, Kevin, my dad was a broadcaster for quite some time, and I always felt like after my playing career, I might have an opportunity to do the same. And here I am, very fortunate to continue to talk about the game I love.
The Berries are blessed with beautiful voices.
And that's alliteration.
Now, here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Ginobili kicks to Anderson. Leonard dishes to Gasol. The 15-footer, that's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. That's 10 points for Pau Gasol.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
Barea kicks to Noel. There's the dish to Barnes. Noel, a screen on Leonard. Barnes moves back up. And it's Noel missing. Spurs trail by 5. And Mills kicks to Leonard. It's good from long range. Leonard's got 5 now.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
And here's Barea looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's the screen. Barnes passes to Pau. It's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Spurs have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And Mills kicks to Anderson. Back to Mills. Feeds it to Gasol. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 12.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Back to Barea. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And here's Leonard from 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Noel's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the inside. Makes it off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Ginobili kicks to Anderson. Passes it to Mills. Anderson the screen. Mills dishes to Gasol. Shot clock at 5. Outside Leonard. No one near him. Again, Leonard missing.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Now Barea. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Barnes outside. Dallas moving the ball around. Off the screen. And no good. Nice D from Ginobili. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
High percentage look for Kawhi there. He's developed such good touch inside. That one's automatic.
Now here's Barea. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And the dunk by Pau.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Mills. 4-point game. Gasol passes to Mills. Outside Leonard. Dishes to Gasol. Mavericks with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Barea kicks to Barnes. Inside, Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
Well, had his head on a swivel and found the open man. Nice assist.
1:33 left in the first quarter. Mills with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Ginobili outside. Off the pick. Connects. The jumper drops.
Well, years of experience come into play, not only here, but overseas. Ginobili with perfect rhythm on the catch and shoot.
Kicks it to Barea. There's a screen by Noel. And the pass to Powell. Here's Barnes. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Barnes has got his first points of the night. Spurs trail by 6. Ginobili right side. Outside Gasol. Leonard against Barnes. Leonard kicks to Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
And such a good feel for the game. Kawhi knows exactly what this offense is trying to accomplish and acts as a willing facilitator.
Now here's Barea. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Harris misses.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Spurs have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 7 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Mavericks on top. They lead by a bucket. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And the Gasol brothers, Pau, talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Especially when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers. I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother, and that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Control the glass, and you control the pace, and you get those extra possessions, which are huge.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. Anderson is out there with David Lee, and it's Dedmon into the center position. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kawhi Leonard is a low-key superstar. He doesn't have 5 words to say to anybody. He said recently, "I'm not one of the guys in it for the fame. I'm here so I can take care of my family, take care of myself." I love the game of basketball, and as long as I can keep playing and try to get some more championships with the organization, I'll be happy. And that makes him a perfect fit with this franchise, Kevin.
All about the game, D.A. Thanks. And the second free throw, good. Brent, you won titles in San Antonio. They led the way, but it seems like nowadays smaller market teams are becoming just as competitive as the ones in big cities.
Well, I think for guys, they understand watching these small market teams over the course of the last 10, even 15 years, seeing the success that the teams are having, not only on the floor winning championships, but individually where these players show up. They're showing up in commercials. They've got their shoe deals. So the idea of the mass market has gone away. You can have the same kind of exposure, Kevin, as long as you're on one of those 30 NBA teams, they're going to find you.
So much is on TV. You talked about this before. So much is online. Every game is seen. Every player is talked about.
Yeah, there's no way that you can hide from that kind of exposure. So guys who are looking at teams in the future of where it is that they'd like to play the game, big cities really aren't mattering as much to them anymore.
For San Antonio, they have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And with Dirk Nowitzki setting screens in the pick and pop and Coach Rick Carlisle's schemes, the Mavericks always have the foundation for a terrific offense.
Now here is Harris. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Matthews. That one misses. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Harris. Lee gets the rebound.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Green dishes to Parker. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. To the middle, Lee with the steal. It's Anderson with the drive. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
All instinctual because he knows where he needs to go and then force the opponent to do something about it.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Parker passes to Green. Curry against Parker. They set the pick. Baseline jumper. And that one goes long.
Really no excuse for him missing that one, guys. He has to knock that shot down.
Harris kicks to Curry. Down low. A steal. Parker outside. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Ill-advised shot there.
And he knows it. Got locked into scoring mode. Couldn't pull it back. See, that's such an advantage right there. At his height, it's criminal to have that much range.
Oh, here's Parker. He kicks it to Dedmon. Anderson against Matthews. Anderson dishes to Lee. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dedmon. The Mavericks pull it in. Nowitzki's got his 5th rebound in this one. Curry passes to Measuring. Dallas moving it around. Here's Harris. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And a look here at the shot chart.
Well, he has turned in a complete offensive performance so far, and he isn't through yet. I mean, you have to admire the work rate he's put in to get open on every trip. Even when he isn't the one scoring, he is affecting the defense as they have to gravitate towards him.
And he knocks down the first one. And Brent, you look at how the Spurs played last season, and any other season they might have had the best record in the league.
Well, they did have the best record that Greg Popovich has had as a coach with San Antonio, with 67 wins. And it was under the radar because of the Warriors' historic mark last year with 73. But it was the first time in history that the NBA had two different 35-win teams at the midway point of the season. It set up the stage for an epic showdown, and really some people let down that never happened.
Now here's Parker.
Hey, who's watching him?
Pass to Green. To the right side. Aldridge misses off the left iron.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Here's Harris, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And San Antonio called for the foul. You hear some of the retired legends saying that nowadays the NBA is going soft. What do you think? Do you wish the game were a little grittier?
I really don't. I think the game is what it is because of the freedom of movement, because of the rule changes. What we see in front of us is how players are trying to manage the space, the pace, and how you play.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Now here's Curry. 9 points last game out. And Matthews kicks to Harris. Yep, that one goes. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Really, that's his specialty right there. Finding that angle and then going hard to the rim.
Curry against Parker. Curry with the steal. He feeds it to Nowitzki. The shot, no good. Good D by Parker. Spurs trail by 6. The feed to Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Leonard from 3. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And let's take a look now at some stats for Aldridge. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's putting up about 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
Matthews against Leonard, and Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. Fires for 3. That doesn't go either for Nowitzki.
Yeah, he is struggling mightily, but his teammates in this one have picked him up.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Now here is Harris. 5 points in the game. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Pass to Curry. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
He really can time those perfectly. What an assist.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Parker outside. He dishes it to Leonard. Feeds it to Dedmon. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
And a big height advantage right there.
And sometimes it's not just the height, it's the flow in the shooting motion. Extremely effective from the mid-range.
And you ask Greg Popovich's coach, he says he's never coached a player who improved as rapidly as Kawhi Leonard.
And that's saying a lot. Remember, Tim Duncan won the Finals MVP in his 2nd season playing alongside David Robinson. But by all accounts, Kawhi is just a tireless worker. You know, while he was at San Diego State, Kevin, he brought 2 lamps from home to the gymnasium because they wouldn't turn on the lights early enough for him to get his workouts in. Now, that's what I call a gym rat.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Nowitzki. Harrison Barnes comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Curry. Measuring. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. In the 3rd spot, the Spurs.
Well, lately their offense has been completely in sync. Guys are accepting their roles and playing unselfish basketball. That's helped them hit a high percentage of those opportunities.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. From outside the arc. Mejri with the rebound. Mejri's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Leonard dishes to Mills. Back to Leonard, and stolen by Barnes. In the corner, it's Harris. Fires the 3. He can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. It's tipped. Stedman passes to Ginobili, and Leonard has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
And yeah, I get it. The goal defensively is to keep Kawhi from getting looks inside, but hey, you try that.
Barea kicks to Barnes. Shot from 12. And there's the rebound by Dedmon.
Well, the D wasn't awful, but it wasn't stifling either. He really should have made that shot.
Again, Leonard missing. Mavericks leading by 3. Now here's Barea. The dish to Harris. Scores for only the 2nd time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Solid look inside. That's the range you want to operate from.
Here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. This one for 3. No good that time.
Shocking he blew that opportunity, guys. 9 times out of 10, that is an easy make.
Barnes kicks to Mejri. The shot comes out, so the Spurs will take it the other way. Now here's Mills, guarded closely. Looking for Aldridge, he gets it there. With the shot, the Mavericks pull it in. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Barnes dishes to Powell. He's off on that one. Nice D from Aldridge. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Mills. Here's Dedmon. That one falls. His 2nd basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Just dirty work on the offensive boards there. Rips it down and then tops it off with a strong putback.
Barea kicks to Mejri. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Pau Gasol has checked in for San Antonio. On defense, Dallas. 3-point lead. Leonard kicks to Gasol. Passes it to Mills. Dishes it to Ginobili. The 11-footer. Gasol no good.
That's just terrific court awareness there. The defense knew it was coming and just totally suffocated him.
Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And here's Mills. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, the Spurs have 3 future Hall of Famers. There's no doubt about it. And even with the acquisition of LaMarcus Aldridge, there's no question who is the Spurs' best player. It is Kawhi Leonard. Quietly, he's made that leap into superstar status. Although, don't ask him about it because he won't tell you anything.
First one falls for him. And Brent, you asked some people around the league. Kawhi Leonard has now thrust himself into the conversation for the league's best player.
That's pretty amazing. A Finals MVP and a Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made the All-Star game. Sometimes the fan recognition comes a lot slower when you're down there in the heart of Texas in San Antonio, but the numbers don't lie. His impact was way beyond the box score.
Leonard hits them both.
And right there, you can see the time that's put in at the free throw strike.
1:36 left in the first half. Kicks to Barnes. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Count that bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now Mills. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Leonard the pass to Lee. Here's Mills. And it's Noel with the rebound.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the schneid.
Here's Powell. Knocked away from 10 feet out. Over Lee. Expanding his range. They shoot again. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the 3 ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Pop. Anderson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Mills with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. Offline with his 3. Mavericks leading by 7. The pass to Pop. Lee with the block. Here's Anderson. Offensive rebound. Lee dishes to Ginobili. A wide open look for Gasol. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Now here's Barea. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And the first half is now in the books. Mavericks lead by 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there. And this here is the halftime report. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys have been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Spurs?
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely flip that script.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
The skyline of Dallas illuminating the night sky as we welcome you back to the Lone Star State. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. And what about Pau Gasol? I mean, he's been sensational.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Yeah, you just don't see this much, but he's setting up for a monster game tonight.
Here's Curry. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Curry is out there with Matthews. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Noel in at the foul. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Dirk Nowitzki, wow, just continues to climb that all-time scoring list. You know, now he's in the top 10. And, you know, I think he could get to the top 5 before it's all said and done. And a lot of times we view greatness based on that window where they're at their very best, but you also can view it when you look at guys who can sustain a level of excellence for a long period of time, and that's what I think really separates Dirk Nowitzki from so many others.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Nowitzki alongside Michael Jordan, Karl Malone, and Kobe Bryant as the only players to score 27,000 points or more with one franchise.
Kevin, you think of the Mavericks and you think of Nowitzki. I mean, the greatest Maverick player ever. He's up there with Hakeem Olajuwon as the 2 greatest international players in league history.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know about the championships that the Spurs have won, but it's their culture that is admired around the league. Coach Popovich said, I've been fortunate with the guys I've had come through here. My job is pretty easy when people have that character. You don't have to convince them to get over themselves or to feel responsible to each other. It makes it easier to have a team that enjoys playing together. Evan?
All right, G.A., thanks. He's being modest, certainly, is Coach Pop. He chose the players who fit, certainly. And it falls over the rim and in. And it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
And without his sharp shooting, who knows where they'd be right now.
Green kicks to Aldridge. Back to Green. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Green's got his first points of the night.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft defense.
And already maybe a defensive adjustment needs to be made here in the second half if their current setup leads to chances like that, high percentage.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Curry. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Curry against Parker. And it's Parker again missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Curry passes to Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gasol with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And it's Leonard with the jam.
There's so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then toss it off with the thunder finish.
Now here's Curry. He's got 10. Here's Barnes. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. 5 to shoot. Barnes can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 9. Leonard with no one around. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Curry against Parker. Curry kicks to Nowitzki. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
A moment here to see the numbers for Noel. 13th in steals, 13th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Here's Green, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now it's only a 5-point Dallas lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Curry kicks to Barnes. Down low, there's Noel, and slam dunk by Noel. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
Yeah, crafty pass inside gets him that nice look.
Pass to Leonard. Puts it up from 12. Bank shot, no good.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Barnes outside. He kicks to Nowitzki. Some solid defense from Aldridge.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
All instinctual because he knows where he needs to go and then force the opponent to do something about it.
Now here's Parker. They get it back. Here's Gasol. Parker outside. Shoots over Curry. And it's Parker again missing.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Green against Matthews. Nowitzki. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best. In 4th, the Spurs.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
And that one misses. Measury, he's checked in for Dallas. Harris comes in for Barnes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for San Antonio. And he sinks the second. And Greg Popovich, coach of the Spurs, at times we've seen him be a little prickly with the media. If he doesn't like a question, you know, Brent, he'll let you know about it.
Well, I know the shtick for some people, Kevin, has gotten a little bit tiresome, but that's not who Greg Popovich is as a coach. He just doesn't like to do those in-game interviews. It's kind of like you sitting with me doing a broadcast.
You're right. Mavericks leading by 6. Outside Curry. Outside Matthews. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, this is a tough one. The D is giving up way too many open looks, guys, and they're paying for it.
Now here's Leonard. 18 points for him.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, you want your guys to attack with confidence, but that's just a bad look.
Here's Curry. Here's Matthews. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
The Spurs making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Spurs trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And Wes Matthews last summer coming off surgery to repair a torn Achilles tendon. Greg, were you surprised to see the Mavericks laid out 4 years and $70 million under those circumstances?
A bit of a gamble, but with the technology of recovery today, they had to feel pretty confident. And one of the toughest, most dedicated players we have in our league, they said if anyone could come back from this, it would be him.
Green kicks to Parker. Here's Dedmon. He's got 6. Here's Aldridge. They grab their own miss. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that.
And Parker's just extremely clever at getting fouls off those kinds of shots.
And Tony Parker, the 3rd Frenchman ever to play in the NBA, and unquestionably the best.
Well, we've seen a lot of his countrymen follow in his footsteps, and he came over so young. At that time, he was the youngest point guard in the NBA since Magic Johnson was in 1979. And like Magic, he quickly earned some championship hardware.
That free throw, no good.
And Parker has such speed and creativity, just causes the defense fits in terms of how to properly guard it.
The Spurs making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Good on the second free throw. And when you think about it, speed, such a fundamental part of Parker's game. You wonder how well he'd age in the NBA.
Well, one season he almost led the league in points in the paint, and that's for a point guard. So those days are gone. He relies more on a deadly in-between game. He's the youngest of the Spurs' big 3, but with his hamstring injury just 2 seasons ago, they look to manage those minutes a little bit more carefully.
Here's Harris, following the score by Tony Parker. To the paint, here's Curry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Free throw good by Curry. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And with the rise of advanced stats, the big movement in the league, we've seen a bit of a backlash from the traditionalists and the scouts. We saw it in baseball. We're seeing it in the NBA. They say you have to watch the game to understand it. You can't boil it down to just numbers. But I think what you've always said is they can all work hand in hand.
The numbers are interesting, Kevin, and obviously if there's some way that you can combine what it is that you see and backed up by the statistics, it'd be silly to think that you could get more information and that in some way you can't use it to your advantage.
Nowitzki's shot's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Spurs trail by 12. Parker outside. He feeds it to Lee. Pass to Green. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Parker. There's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Parker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for San Antonio. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the 3rd. A 75% clip. Curry kicks to Nowitzki. On the wing, Harris. Guarded by Green. Harris misses.
You can't fault him for taking the open look, guys. Just didn't go in for him. But, you know, he'll look to shoot that one again.
Harris against Parker. To the inside. Lee. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Yeah, and that's what you want from your point guard. Parker distributing the ball wonderfully on that possession.
Here is Harris. He's got 7. Nowitzki up top. And Curry has it in the corner. Harris dishes to Curry. Here's Nowitzki. That one goes in. Nowitzki's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
High post shot. Parker's shot is off. Dallas leading by 9. Curry passes to Harris. Back to Curry. Fires from deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Nobody near Parker. Hits the front of the rim and out. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Tries again. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Green. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he makes the first. A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Nowitzki. And Barea subbed in for Seth Curry. San Antonio also making some changes. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. And he can't hit the second. Spurs trail by 10. In the corner, it's Ginobili. San Antonio again missing. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Powell kicks to measure it. And the layup falls. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
They're looking like a beaten team at this point, letting him get to the basket with such little resistance.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. Number 1, the Spurs.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
The feed now to Ginobili. And stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Lee with the steal. Outside, Ginobili. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Dallas leading by 12. Now Barea. Harris, right side. There's a good screen. Over to the wing. Here's measuring. That 3 off the mark. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Mills. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Well, some body control shown by Mills, slamming on the brakes and pulling up for a soft J.
Now here's Barea, covered by Mills. Back to Barea. He tries for 3. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960.
And guys, that's one of those records that always seemed to me impossible to break. I mean, in the modern era, nobody's even sniffed that 55 rebound mark. I mean, heck, a lot of teams don't get 55 rebounds in a game, and Wilkes owned it since 1960.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Gasol. He's been dominant over the last month. 19th in scoring. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
Dallas leading by 10. Barea kicks to Barnes. We've got 1:08 left in the third. And it's in off the backboard. Barnes has got 10. The Spurs shooting 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Mills dishes to Gasol. Gasol setting the pick for Ginobili. Back to Gasol. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. He's got 16.
And the long arms that Gasol has is what allows him to drop dunks on defenders. What a powerful force close to the rim.
Now here's Powell. He's got 6. Feeds it to Noel. Shot clock at 6. Barnes. San Antonio with the rebound. Lee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Mills passes to Ginobili. Lee with the ball. There's the dish to Mills. Jumper off the screen. It's Gasol missing.
That was a half-hearted pick. And he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now it ends up costing him. Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And the first one drops. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And here's Anderson from the arc. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 11. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Nobody holds the ball, not even 1001. You catch it, it's a shot, it's a drive or pass, whatever you got.
Specific instructions from Greg Popovich. If you don't have a clean look, don't have an open lane, move the ball.
Yeah, and the key is fast decision-making, and that takes great recognition from all 5 guys in terms of communication. That's really what we call chemistry.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. On the floor for San Antonio, starting the fourth quarter. Ginobili out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then it's Tony Parker. And it's Mills in at the 2 guard. Now here's Matthews. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. That cuts the lead to single digits. Aldridge has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for San Antonio. Mavericks leading by 9. Barea dishes to Matthews. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Free throw, good. Matthews. And the Mavericks making a change here. Nowitzki's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Leonard's checked in. And he makes both free throws. Spurs trail by 11. Here's Aldridge. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got his 4th assist in this one. Mavericks shooting 41% for the game. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Here's Matthews. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Nice job working his way inside for the high percentage look.
Barea against Parker. And it's Noel with the rebound.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
A nice shot by Barea. Spurs have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Parker passes to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. But he recovers it. Back to Parker. Outside Aldridge. Another shot. The Mavericks pull it in.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
1 through 12, it's been a total team effort. Guys giving their all on both ends of the floor, and you can see that reflected on that scoreboard.
That's a 2 for Matthews. And that one comes up a bit short.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, you want your guys to attack with confidence, but that's just a bad look.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He's off on the first.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Dallas making a switch here. Curry's checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. Green's checked in. And he sinks the second. San Antonio calls timeout.
Start it.
You know, he just like every other coach can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside, and boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, some of that right now might be a lack of toughness, but you can't combine that with laziness. Guys are not crashing down and closing off those driving lanes.
Spurs trail by 16. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Inside, here's Leonard. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And Matthews gets it to go.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Spurs have gone just 2 of 8 in this 4th quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Gasol. Passes it to Aldridge. Spurs working the ball around now. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 6th assist on the night. Mavericks leading by 16. Curry kicks to Noel. Matthews dishes to Noel. Fires from the line. Offensive rebound Mavericks. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Paul Gasol. That free throw missing. He can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And stolen by Barnes. And Noel kicks to Nowitzki. An easy 2 points on the layup. Nowitzki's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Nowitzki. To the middle, here's Matthews. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Free throw, good. Matthews. That one misses. And certainly LaMarcus Aldridge has the capability to be a go-to scorer, but Brett, he takes a lot of mid-range contested jump shots. Those aren't historically really Spurs types of shots.
Well, it's been interesting, Kevin, because LaMarcus Aldridge is so good at the mid-range that it's made Popovich rethink some of his offensive calibration, and they've searched him out in the spots where he's best. I think his comfort level continues to rise inside of this offense, and he'll get more and more efficient.
That one falls.
You got to love the effort from Parker, constantly helping get his teammates involved.
Outside Curry. And Noel kicks to Matthews. First free throw is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And LaMarcus at 6'11" is capable of playing both the power forward spot and, as the league moves forward, the center position. He favors playing the 4, but that versatility was huge in the Spurs signing him and keeping him around, something every team would value.
Dallas leading by 16. Nowitzki a screen. Curry kicks to Matthews. Dallas again missing. And when you talk about Aldridge at the 4 or at the 5, Brent, which position do you think he's best in?
Well, Kevin, seeing the league going smaller and smaller, he's more skilled, I think, than most centers at that 5 spot. He's got great foot speed, lateral movement's good, and he can stay in front of the smaller players, and that enables him to stay big against small ball lineups.
Here's Parker. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And Parker is just so deceptive on the drive. He just knows how to force the issue down low.
Free throw drops in for Tony Parker. He's off on the second.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Curry passes to Barnes. Nowitzki a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Curry. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Leonard with a screen on Barnes. Parker kicks to Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 20.
Just one of those insane nights for Leonard, putting on a one-man show offensively.
Curry dishes to Nowitzki. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Gasol's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Parker against Curry. And the wide open shot from Green. His 3-pointers off the mark. Dallas leading by 13. There's a good screen. Curry kicks to Barnes. No good off the front iron. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And it's Green missing. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. And it's good for 2. Matthews has got 16 points here in the second half.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Parker passes to Leonard. Down low, Gasol. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And it's now 22 points for Pau Gasol.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Green against Matthews. Back to Noel. It's Matthews on the wing. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Matthews has got 20 points.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Leonard. Leans from outside.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Outside, Green. Dishes to Leonard. Clock at 6. Aldridge, no one around him. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Aldridge has got 8 points in the quarter.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Curry against Parker. Curry kicks to Nowitzki. A leaner. Bank shot, no good.
I think the defense was surprised that he did not knock that down. Clear defensive breakdown there, guys. Should have made him pay.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Well, he had a jump on it, had a chance to make the play, just could not steal the deal.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Seth Curry. Manu Ginobili's checked in for the Spurs. One thing that Greg is often underappreciated about Pau Gasol is just how aware he is out on the floor, not only on the defensive end, how he'll help out, but also his vision as a passer on the offensive side.
Really, Kevin, one of the best passing bigs to ever play the game, and it's a part of why he's been the crux of so many offenses. Very good at identifying and exploiting a mismatch for himself or others. Never forces things on offense and always takes what the team's given.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
And with Gasol, he feels comfortable shooting from any area of the court. If you give him space, he'll torch you.
Now here's Barea. The 3 from Barnes. No good that time. Great D that time from Leonard. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. .156 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Matthews. Tries again. No good on the shot. And the Spurs going the other way now. Right side, Gasol. Nice D from Nowitzki. Dallas leading by 13. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That one on Parker. The first one falls, and it's something the NBA, Brent, has been discussing between the franchises for a few years now. What are your thoughts on having ads on NBA jerseys now?
Kevin, I don't really have a problem with it as long as it's tastefully done, and I hope the league does their due diligence in making sure that it looks respectable and we don't lose the beautiful, unbelievable logos that we're so familiar with, that we've seen for years and years, and that those colors are well represented.
No clutter, but we see so much of it in arenas with the music and the constant advertising that goes on scoreboards and around the building inside.
Well, they're there to make some money, aren't they, Kevin?
They are.
Okay, so.
Dallas leading by 15.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Mavericks.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series. And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Nowitzki.
There was nothing he did not have a hand in out there tonight. And he put them on his shoulders. He carried the heavy load at both ends of the floor. It's all because of him tonight that they're running away with this game.
Now here's Barea. Here's Noel. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Wesley, nice win after the last loss. How important is it to win these home games?
We need all of them. We need every single home win we can get. And like you said, it was a good bounce-back win for us. And we got to get ready for our next game.
Great job, Wesley. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. It is time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki. He put up a nice double-double, points and rebounds. He was clearly one of the hardest working players on the floor tonight.
Another Hall of Fame type game from Dirk Nowitzki, a man that's had so many I can't even count them. He's probably the best shooting big man in history. Just impossible guy to guard. When he puts that one leg up, don't even try and block it.
You're not going to see a lot of guys have 15 rebounds in a night. He was hustling all game long and didn't seem to waver at all. You could sort of tell early that this was going to be a great game for him.
And that is a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. See you again soon.